Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Horrifically Horrifying, presented by the Hollywood Critics Association. My name is Kevin Taft. I'm a writer for Edge Media Network, and I am with my lovely co-host, Heather Wixson. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
I like how your lights look like a halo.
Yes. Well, I am very.
It's all lies. No, lies.
Yes, it is. It's all lies. I do like that you get sort of the silhouette of the Freddy glove from the bucket up there, though. It's kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
It's
like
hard
that.
to see, but if you look like the little where, let me see if I can do this right. Hold on, because I'm bad at the backwards. If you go right here.
This is bad. Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's Michael Myers and his little pumpkins lit up there.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Michael Myers is over here too.
Yep, I see him.
I'm so bad at backwards stuff.
I can't do it either.
I'm just like, wait, which hand? Where am I going? I don't know.
It's whenever people take videos of themselves in their cars, I'm like, why are they always in the passenger seat but driving?
I thought that too, and I'm like, what is happening? I was like, oh, you dummy. It's reverse.
But it's still weird that it should reverse. I don't know.
I know.
For me, it's not. When I'm looking at it. Anyway. So
we're old and we love technology, kids.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. So today we're just going to talk about, there's nothing really completely new or worth talking about. So we're going to talk about everything that's coming up in the next few months, probably through like Thanksgiving at this point. Yeah. And there's a ton of good stuff, TV shows, movies. So we'll get started. And you probably know more about like the details of this than I do. But why don't we start with the 61 Days of Halloween on Shudder.
Yes, which is already kicked off. I don't know if anybody out there has watched Superhost yet.
I have not.
That just debuted on Shudder last week. It's fun. It's really fun. Gracie Gillam is the sort of the villain in it, and she used to be Grace Phipps, and she used to do a lot of like kids stuff on Disney.
Really?
And she's like the main villain of this, and she is so freaking good. Like it is probably one of my favorite genre performances of this year.
Wow.
Like she's amazing. And I absolutely loved her. And it's a very pretty, straightforward concept. You have a bunch of vacation vloggers and they go rent a Airbnb and, obviously things go wrong because it's a horror movie.
What?
So it's right. Surprise. Sorry. Spoiler alert. But it's for me, because I know it was made during quarantine. So I think it was nice to see a movie made during quarantine pandemic times that isn't about quarantine pandemic times.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
It's just about life, which is nice. And Barbara Crampton actually shows up for a supporting role in it as well. So it's fun. I recommend it. It's a good time. It's only like 90 minutes, so it's pretty, it's in and out.
All right, I'm gonna watch it. I'll check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, Shudder, like I think because last year, in response to us all being stuck at home, they got started on their Halloween season a little bit early, which I think a lot of us were grateful for because it just made it feel like time wasn't as slow going. We're like, okay, we can already be in Halloween season. So I haven't decorated yet, but at least, I feel like I'm starting to get there a little bit.
Yeah, I have already like started to like veer towards that. I have my vanilla pumpkin candle from Trader Joe's to give me that.
My hand soaps are out. Bath and Body Works has the best hand soaps for Halloween, so
that's true. Hey, wait, let's jump back to the Shudder thing because I actually don't totally understand the concept, so maybe people out there don't get it either. So there's 61 Days of Halloween, but all the movies are on Shudder. It's not like it's network television. So what is 61 Days mean?
I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I think some of their content also runs on the AMC app as well. So I think some of their movies also will be part of AMC because AMC now has their own platform as well.
Yeah, that's how I have Shudder.
Okay, gotcha. Mm-hmm. So there's like a little crossover there and stuff. I think for them, it's basically that they're starting to premiere movies because they do like weekly premieres, and then they start doing like a lot of like seasonal programming. Like they're going to bring back their Gulag, which is like sort of a favorite thing where, like at Christmas you get a Yule log and it sits in your fireplace, and that's all nice. Yeah. But they do one for Halloween called the Gulag. And then Joe Bob has his Halloween Hootenanny. I think that's October 8th. Okay. So that'll be coming back. little bit earlier because last couple of years it's ran closer to Halloween.
Okay.
So I'm a little surprised it's as early as it is. But it's okay. We got lots to keep us busy at the end of October anyway.
We do.
So, but yeah, they've got a lot of really good stuff. They're getting the world premiere for VHS 94, which I'm really excited about.
Right. Yep.
So, and that's I'm just excited to have Timo Tjahjanto come back to the VHS movies and get to do something else with that after his amazing segment from VHS 2, which was probably the best of the VHS segments, bar none, all of them. And then there's like a few other movies that have already sort of kind of come out here and there. Like Seance from Simon Barrett had its own like little release already, but it's going to come to Shudder exclusively. So that's pretty cool. And then they're also turning Horror Noir, which was the documentary on Black horror a few years ago. They're
I actually know the director. He actually wants to direct my movie.
Oh,
I know, but we need to get somebody to say yes.
Well, I can name drop too because I know the producer. I actually know a couple of the producers. So
can they maybe actually just do this my movie for him?
Sure.
It'd be amazing.
That would be
Shudder exclusive.
I will make it happen. I'm sending out messages right now. I'm going to get it all worked out.
Do.
But I'm really excited to see that in anthology form and see, a lot of talented storytellers get to kind of come out and share their stories with the world. So yeah, Shudder. I mean, Shudder is always great year round.
Yeah.
The fact that Near Dark exists on their platform right now, and a few months ago, The Devils was on there, like, is that alone makes them one of the best streaming services out there. So
yeah, no, I love it. I like Shudder a lot. They're very good. Okay, so I have an idea. We can either go alphabetical order, or you're like, or
so organized.
I know, right? I was like, how are we going to do this? This is like a hodgepodge. Or the first question we could ask, or I could ask you, and then you can ask me, is what is out of TV and film? What is the one thing you're most looking forward to? And then we'll either watch a clip or talk about it.
I'm so basic, but it's Halloween Kills. Like, I mean, I'm really excited for everything, but like, it's Halloween Kills, guys.
I know.
Like,
anything with Michael Myers, for God's sakes, I'll watch.
Yeah, I'm so easy that way. So I'm excited for everything else that's coming this year, but like, that's just the one that I'm like, the fan in me is just like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah.
So,
and we've had to wait an extra year, so it's nice.
It better be worth it, Jason Blum. You made us wait a year. So
yeah, for sure. All right. I think that's worthy.
Yeah. Are you in the same boat?
Well, definitely Halloween. So I'm not going to say that one. I am excited about that. I would say it's a toss-up, and we can talk about both, I guess. You've seen it, but I am anticipating Antlers, produced by Del Toro. But I think everybody and their mother is really looking forward to Last Night in Soho. And I have not seen the new trailer, so maybe we should check that out.
Yes, I haven't watched. I have not.
All right,
it's new for both of us.
New for us. All right, let's go. Let's watch it.
What brings you down then?
I'm studying London College of Fashion.
Room is on the top floor.
It's perfect. I love it. If I could live any place and any time, I'd live here in London in the 60s. Last night, I saw something in my dreams. There was a girl.
And you are?
Sandy.
I got this kind of gift. I can see people, places, things others can't.
This is the closest most people ever get to their dreams.
They're not just dreams.
Jack, I don't want to do this.
You think you can just walk away?
They really happened.
What did you see?
Do you believe in ghosts? I want to report a murder.
You witnessed the murder last night, but you believe this was a vision from the past.
The guy that killed her is still out there. I have to stop him.
Where are you going?
I know what you did.
I've done a lot of things. You're gonna have to be more specific, love.
You can't save me.
Oh, I can't wait for it.
I know. It's fun for me because I'm a big nerd for Italian horror. So I love the fact that basically this year we're getting James Wan doing Italian horror and we're getting Edgar Wright doing Italian horror. Like
True.
I could not ask for anything more. Which is interesting because it's gonna be really curious for me to see how people who maybe don't know much about sort of that like little corridor of the genre are going to react to some of these things, but I'm excited. Like, I think that's fantastic. And
I feel like they'll think it's so new and maybe actually really enjoy it and be like, oh, wait, this is something that's been happening for a while. Like, let me go back and look at movies that are like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Funny. The girl, the lead girl, not Anna Taylor-Joy.
Thomasin McKenzie.
Yeah. Her voice in this, it reminds me of somebody and I cannot think of who it is. It's the way she talks like this.
We just saw her in Old.
Right.
And she was also in Jojo Rabbit a few years ago as well. So I really like her a lot.
I do too.
It's funny. I know everybody's in it for Anya Taylor-Joy and she's great. And I'm a big fan of hers, but I really like Thomasin McKenzie a lot. So I'm really excited to kind of see her dive into this.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. The music looks fantastic. The cinematography, it's so up my alley.
I wonder if it's going to be like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like as a gialli.
I
kind of get those like vibes of it. So we'll
that's
see.
an interesting.
Put that on the poster. There's a poster quote. There you go.
Well, you brought up Malignant.
I am the queen of segues.
There's your Giallo poster.
Yeah, that's such a fantastic image.
It really is a great poster. And I know you've seen it. We can't talk about it yet. I was not allowed to see it until Thursday when I still can't see it. So over the weekend, I will find a time to actually go see this darn movie. But there is a new trailer, which I don't think I've even watched. Have you seen?
No, I haven't watched the new one either.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really hoping this one contains the surprises. So we'll see.
Okay. Oh God. Oh no. Okay. Let's go.
All right.
When I was young, something happened to me.
Stop saying that.
Daddy, who are you talking to?
Gabriel.
Is he your imaginary friend?
Whatever you went through before you joined our family, it hurt you in a way that I can't even imagine. You created him.
Daddy, what's going on?
So that you could survive.
I wanted to do something that was a bit different, but yet hark back to my roots. You gotta take chances. If you don't, you end up making the same old thing again and again and again. I think audiences are starved for something that's new and different.
We are going to turn back the hands of time. Close your eyes. Who is?
Gabriel.
Who is Gabriel?
I'm the only one that can see him.
That's him. He wants to talk to you.
Malignant. Rated R, September 10th.
Malignant.
Hello. I'm gonna talk to you through the phone. My malignant voice. Yeah, so it pretty much keeps everything intact. There's a couple of shots in there I was like, oh, I don't think we need those, but yeah,
I didn't notice it, so I'll be fine.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, people always complain about trailers, like, oh, they show too much or whatever. I'm like, blah, blah, like, but you don't know that they're spoilers until after you've seen the movie, right? So
That's
like,
how I'm worried. I'm worried about Halloween Kills. We've talked about this because I feel like they showed so many kills that I'm going to watch the movie and be like, I know what's going to happen. But
when
then
you
I was
have
like,
kills in your trailer and your title of your movie,
well,
there's got to be a lot of kills, right?
And then that's what I'm thinking is like, they're misdirecting us. I'm hoping, because I was a little like, I think I just saw the whole movie and I'm a little upset about it. So we'll
I had
try
somebody who sent me a script.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 versions of the script, and we don't know which one is the one that they went with or whatever. And I started reading, and then I was like, oh God, I have to stop. But I was like, I stared at the email for like an hour, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna look. And then I started reading. I was like, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So I got like to page like 5, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm just done.
That's fine.
So
there's this guy that I know from Instagram. He's a huge horror junkie, and he saw a test screening of it before COVID. And I don't remember what he said about it. I mean, he'll like it regardless, but I'm curious to see if it's going to be the same movie that he saw. Like if they changed enough of it. I'm curious. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right. Well, those both. I mean, I'm excited to watch it at some point this weekend, whenever I can finally settle down and.
It's one of those movies where, like, everybody I know who really digs Italian cinema, I'm just like, you need to tell me the minute you finish watching *Malignant*, because I need to hear your reaction. So yeah, so I'm very excited for it. And I really wasn't like, I was excited because it was a new James Wan movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I was like, okay, cool, we're getting a new James Wan. He's doing horror, and he's gonna go back off to Aquaman land. That's fine. And then it was like, and all I'll say is like, I mentioned. This is in my review, which by the time this goes up, maybe a reviews will be up or whatever. But what I'll just blankly say, which kind of mimics what I said online, is like, the first 30 minutes, you're going to be like, oh, it's a James Wan movie. And then there's going to be a point where you're going to be like, oh my God, this is insanity. It's bananity is what it is. It's bananas and insanity all together. So that's like, it's going to be fun to see who embraces that and who is like, oh, Jesus, no, this was terrible. Because I don't think either case they're wrong. Like, it all depends on what you appreciate out of it.
When you talk about it, it reminds me of when I was watching. Oh my God, why can't I remember the name of the movie? Sam Raimi movie.
Drag Me to Hell?
Yes. When like suddenly the goat started talking.
Yes.
And
you're either in it or you're not.
And I was totally in it. I was like laughing and hooting and hollering. I was like, this is amazing. I loved it.
For me, it kind of was like my experience with like A Cure for Wellness, where I was like, I was kind of okay. You're cool because like, I mean, you're cool anyway. But like for like most of that movie, I was really digging it, and then it turns into like a Hammer horror movie at the end, which is so out of left field. But I was like, yes, give me evil Jason Isaacs like chewing scenery. Let's do this, and it's great.
It was funny because nobody talks about it. It's hard to find in streaming. And I remember like when it came out early in the year, and I remember thinking like, this is one of the best movies of the year so far. And then just nobody talked about it. I'm like, it was filmed great. The acting was good. It was so original and interesting. And you're right, it got really goofy towards the end, but I was so into it. I love that movie.
It's one of my favorite Gore Verbinski movies. Like,
yeah,
I want more of that. But I knew but like, it was such a bummer to me. Like, I knew I loved it. I had a blast with it. And then like, it just kind of came and went, and nobody talks about it like at all. And it makes me sad. So go watch A Cure for Wellness, folks.
Something that's not out, and I don't know where it's located, but it is really good. It is really good. Let's do, you know what I haven't seen a trailer for? Chucky.
What?
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh,
I know.
yay.
And I
I'm
hear there's an
excited.
LGBTQ angle to it too.
Mhm.
And I haven't even, I keep on hearing about it and then I get too distracted, so I don't watch it. So I'm really curious. All right. So we're going to watch another trailer. This is a day of trailers, Pierre, by the way. Here we go.
Everyone has a Halloween they'll always remember. And this is Jake's.
Jake, you into vintage?
No, I'm into retro.
Oh, what's the difference?
About $10.
Fair enough. Look at that. Someone took the butcher knife.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Jake, are you okay?
I can't stand the sight of blood.
Pussy.
Oh, no, Jake, that isn't quite right.
What happened to you, Jake? You used to have friends.
Don't forget your boy toy.
Okay.
It's contagious, isn't it? Laughing at people. Well, guess what, dickheads? Now the joke's on you. Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
What did you do?
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Yeah, well, Mommy's full of shit. Look around you. It's the World Series of Slaughter.
Stop. Did you feel that?
Everywhere Jake Wheeler goes, death seems to follow. This creepy doll just creeps me the hell out.
It's kill or be killed. Everybody's gotta choose.
What's going on with you? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Chucky. He's gone.
Dude, you have a serious doll problem.
If you only knew.
Hey, kid. I'm gonna go kill your sister. Wanna come?
I'm sleepy.
You snooze, you lose.
Like, how great is Chucky?
And it's funny because I haven't liked a lot of the Chucky movies. I mean, they come and go, you know. But that actually just...
Now you're back on my list, Kevin.
Oh, shit. I'm in a good way or a bad way?
Bad way.
I know. But did you see me laughing? That looks like I'm in for that series.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm a little bummed, and I'm hoping that it plays out because I know Jennifer Tilly is somehow involved with the TV show because she's posted photos from set. I'm pretty sure Fiona Dourif is part of it as well because they posted a photo with her and Jennifer and Don. So I'm really hoping that we don't lose the ending of Cult of Chucky, which I still think is like one of the baddest ass things ever. I don't want to lose that for this. Like, I'm excited for this, but I also think that they really like changed like the whole trajectory of what this could be with the ending of Cult. And it was so ballsy that I'm like, I don't want to see that get thrown to the wayside. So, I mean, I'm in anyway. Yeah, the only Chucky movie I didn't really ever like was 3. Like, it's one of the, I would say, one of the most consistent franchises for me. I don't love Curse as much, but I love Cult.
I saw Curse. That's the one with the girl in the wheelchair?
Yeah, Fiona Dourif.
Okay. All right, so that's the last one I saw. So I have to still watch Cult. which I'll have to watch before this starts.
Yeah, Cult is great because it really sort of plays around because like Fiona Dorff ends up in a facility because they think that she's the one who did all the murders in Curse. And then Chucky tracks her down there and stuff like that, and things go crazy. So I'm glad I didn't just ruin the end of Cult for you, but it's ballsy what happens.
Okay.
So you should go watch it. I think you would really, really dig it.
All right.
So
well, I'm definitely gonna watch it before the series because now that you have me thinking, I don't know if anybody on Edge is reviewing Chucky. So if not, I'm gonna try to get that. So
I love that we're getting like a lot of really fun like. It's not just movies that we get to look forward to now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a lot of fun, like, you know, episodic television. You know, we're getting genre sitcoms essentially with What We Do in the Shadows. We're getting everything, which is kind of awesome. Like we're getting spoiled, and I'm okay with that.
Speaking of, there's what we do in the shadows.
Oh, there it is. Do you watch What We Do in the Shadows?
I need to catch up.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't love it as much as the movie because I love the movie, but I just kind of lost track of it, so I need to jump back on. And go on it. So
the first 2 episodes were last week, so it's still early in this season. I love Harvey Guillen though, and I love Guillermo or Gizmo as they call him. And I just think the way his character has turned a corner in the series is totally brilliant. And the season 3, the first 2 episodes. Right back on it. Like they were it was like coming home to old friends again. So yeah, I love that show so much. I love the movie too though. So I wasn't sure how it was I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the TV show.
Yeah.
Because I'm so attached to the movie. And I remember watching like the first 2 episodes of the first season and I was like, okay, it's funny. And then there was like, I think it was one when they had the witches' hats.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm totally in.
I remember that.
So
I did see that one.
Yeah, but it's a fantastic show. Like I love how they sort of play around with things. And then also the episode when Vanessa Bayer comes on and she's also an energy vampire.
Oh no.
And so her and Colin go out on dates and they just basically suck the energy out of everybody with like their sad sack stories. Because we all know people like that.
Mm-hmm. So, oh yeah.
For me, I was just like, oh my God, this is so real.
Well, speaking of, there's a Day of the Dead series, which you told me, and I had no idea that was happening.
Yeah, the only reason I realized it was coming is because Jared Rivet, who he did horror trivia, the Dead Right horror trivia here in Los Angeles. He wrote a movie a few years ago called Jackals that Scream Factory put out. And apparently he worked on the series. And I'd heard about it, kind of went out of my memory. And then he was like, oh yeah, guess what? Everybody get to see Day of the Dead. And I was just like, oh my God, that's happening too this fall. Like so much.
Yeah. I mean, I wait, what happened? Oops.
What's the one thing that we all have in common? We all die. Until this morning.
911, what's your emergency?
Yeah, I need to report it. What the hell do I call this?
Zombie apocalypse?
I'm not saying zombie apocalypse. They'll hang up on me. Hello? Hello?
Jesus Christ, they're everywhere! Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit!
They're
eating our guests. What a waste of $50,000.
boys.
Let's move.
Hell yeah, Dad!
Damn, I feel like Deadpool right now.
Hey, everyone. What in the hell did you do to my peepaw?
Kiss my saggy ass.
What a fucking day.
I didn't know we were dropping F-bombs on sci-fi. Hello.
Sorry, everybody. I didn't even hear them.
Oh.
That's how sad it is that I don't even hear swears anymore.
Oh, it was just right there at the end. Yeah, you kind of froze on my end right before we went into the trailer, and I was like, I don't know what's happening, so I'm just going to sit here and see what happens.
Well,
we'll go with it.
It's like both of us were circling, and then I was like, oh, so I was clicked it again, and then it started, then it didn't start, and I was like, oh, sorry, everybody. You know,
this is what happens when you do a live show, everyone.
High tech,
everyone,
high tech
every
there.
folk, everyone. There we go.
Folk.
Yeah, it's weird because like Day of the Dead is actually my favorite of the Romero trio. Which is, you know, everybody loves Dawn, and that's fine. But Day of the Dead for me was always like just the contained like insanity of that movie, and just how it goes back and forth between like these military people and these scientists, and I forget the one character who just wants to like have his little trailer and carve out his little niche of heaven amidst, you know, the world ending. This looks nothing like that.
No.
But I'm kind of just glad to not have a super serious zombie show also.
Agreed.
Now that we're, you know, that Walking Dead is sort of winding down. So like, sure, why not?
Why not? Yep.
You know.
Agreed. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Why not? Again, it's Halloween season, so I'll watch anything that's Halloween related at this point. Really.
Which is surprising to me that you don't watch the Food Network shows. I can't even believe that.
Because I don't have time at this point. I have to watch all my favorite horror movies during Halloween. Then I have to watch all the new horror movies. Then I have to watch these damn TV shows.
Just so much.
It's too much, man. It's too much. And I just watched the morning show. I know it's not horror, but I was like, oh, I'll try it. Everybody tells me it's good. Addicted for like a day straight. Couldn't stop watching it. And now I have the entire second season in my Apple Press screening room, which I just realized last night. I'm like, what? I have the entire season? So then my neighbor's like, you're not watching it without me. So that's another 10 hours of my life that I got to get through.
It's really rough being us kids. Is
you know what
Kevin's trying to say. Poor Kevin.
People are like, poor critics. They get things early.
Oh no, you have to watch 10 hours of a show ahead of everybody. We feel so bad for you.
You know what, guys? Then we get bored. Because
Yeah.
we're like, you guys are enjoying it and we've already enjoyed it. We can't talk to you about it. It's sad. I feel bad for critics.
Our life is really tough. Isn't
Sad.
it?
Okay, so let's see. What else we got? We do have, and I didn't watch this trailer, but I am scheduled to review this movie, so I'm hoping it's good.
Okay.
Because I keep on saying I'll review that, and then I see the trailer, I'm like, oh, why did I say I'd review that? Hence the one movie that I won't even name that we watched the trailer for last time, and I watched it as much as I could watch it. Okay, so this one is called No One Gets Out Alive, and it comes out on Netflix, I believe the 17th or the 10th, one or the other. No, it's not this week. I think it's the 17th.
I think it's next week.
Okay. So yeah, this will be a Netflix offering. Let's check it out. Because I have no idea what it's about.
Yeah.
Rooms just over here. Ladies only. No smoking, no pets.
Amber, are you guys staying here? For now. Stuff out there. Yeah. So much better in here.
I know this house is kind of weird. Basement's private.
You hear it too? What have you seen? There's something wrong with this place. Even when I'm awake, I see it. I've seen it there. Hello?
I must prepare you.
Come here! We should stay together. Let's get out of here.
I know this house is kind of weird. Please don't try to leave. It'll make it worse.
So a little later than we thought. September
Okay.
29th. So yeah, that looks really good. That looks better than I thought. And I didn't know it was based on a book. Or that the Ritual guys were doing it.
I did not realize either. I was just looking up to see who was directing.
Oh, good thought.
Because it's funny when you were telling me this, because I kept getting the title mixed up, because I made friends with this like indie filmmaker back in 2011, and the original title of his movie was Down the Road, which isn't a great title for a movie. So then when he got picked up to from his sales agents, they changed the title to Nobody Gets Out Alive. So when you were telling me No One Gets Out Alive, I was like, why are they re-releasing this like little indie horror movie? Like, I don't understand.
Nope.
So yeah, I'm looking at the director is Santiago Mangini, who, interesting, has a big visual effects background. So that's probably going to work to his advantage. This is his first feature.
Nice.
So interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it looks, hey, it's my birthday week, so that's perfect.
There you go.
Right? Something
we'll
to do.
We'll see if you get out alive from your birthday week.
Ooh. Finger guns. Well, now I'm not sad that I asked to review it. Now I'm excited about it, so that's good.
I know it seems like everything is happening at the end of the month, because we also have the Blumhouse movies.
Oh right, I forgot to.
Are going to be hitting, I think, at the beginning of October.
Yep.
And
I will say I didn't like the last 4.
They were
the
okay.
last ones. I feel like this year I chose not to review it because I was afraid. But I feel like they already seem like they're a little bit different.
Yeah,
they're not as the last ones seem like Lifetime movies, and they feel like these seem like horror movies.
Yeah, I think also comes from the directors involved, because this one you've got like Gigi Saul Guerrero, who did. I'm trying to remember which Into the Dark episode of Blumhouse she did. It was Culture Shock, the one with Barbara Crampton. That takes place with the migrants coming from Mexico, and they get like pulled into the society. You also have Axel Carolyn doing one of the movies as well, who worked on Tales of Halloween. She's worked on Haunting a Hill House, Bly Manor. Sabrina, she used to be one of the writers on Sabrina, I think, also, and did a few of the episodes there. And she's been directing horror forever. So the two of them alone, I'm like, okay, I feel a little bit better about it. But I also because of the timing of it, everything seems to be happening towards the end of this month to like parlay into October, and I'm out of town. So I'm like, I can't do anything for the last like week and a half of September, guys. And I'm really sorry, because I used to try and do it. But I'm old now. I don't have the energies. So
I hear you.
I had to hand off the Blumhouse horrors this time. So
yeah, I figured those will be my like, I don't have enough, I'm not sure what to watch. I'll just try one of those.
I'm actually just excited to come home and just watch them normal without the pressure of like having to actually write about them. Like, here's the thing. I love what we do. I love that I get to do this for a living, but I'll tell you what was my favorite thing is like when I get to go and just watch a horror movie, just to watch a horror movie.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm just like, oh, this is nice. I get to just like sit here and watch a movie. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
So
you don't have to overthink it. You can just enjoy it. And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think also too, for the little kids, we didn't even talk about this, but for the young fans out there, we're getting the Addams Family 2 cartoon as well.
Oh, right. That's true.
So
and Transylvania's coming, but it's moved to streaming, right?
I think it's going to go Netflix only. I think that's part of their Halloween lineup as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have the first 2 on there.
Okay. This is the 4th one, though, isn't it?
I thought this is the 3rd.
It
might be. Oh no, you're right. It is the 4th.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I know. I've
not up on my Adam Sandler cartoons, huh?
Yeah, I've only seen a couple of them, maybe even one. I liked
saw
it
the
too.
first two. Yeah, they're cute. They're fun.
Yeah, they're fun. They're enjoyable.
They feel like they're really made by people who like actually get the jokes of the genre, sort of.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like they're winking at the audience, not laughing at them. Like
Right.
they're like, come on, be part of the fun, instead of being like, oh, you're stupid for liking this.
You're dumb.
Yeah. You are dumb. This vampire can't own a hotel.
What?
Vampires can't own real estate, you idiots.
Why can't they? They can. I mean, we've been through most everything that we have on here, but you know, I guess Ghostbusters is coming out.
Yeah, we're doing Ghostbusters as a Thanksgiving movie, which is interesting to me.
You know, I kind of like that.
I
Actually.
too, but I'm also like, you know, I feel like it'd probably be a little more fun for kids in October when everyone's like, "Ooh, ghosts, yeah."
Possibly. I mean, it does feel like that holiday, the whole family's going to go.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, for everybody, which I kind of enjoy about that, because it feels like the stuff that we used to see when in the 80s and stuff. So I'm excited about that, and I believe I heard somewhere that somebody saw it and said that it's the sequel that you kind of wanted.
Oh,
okay.
You know?
So that's, I don't remember who said that, but it seemed like they were.
Yeah, I'll be totally honest. And like Ghostbusters is like a movie that's like huge in our house. Like we have a one sheet in our kitchen. It was the movie that we went on our first date at the LA Film Festival back in 2009. And I remember like seeing it in theaters when I was 6, and like I had to sit by myself because the theater was so crowded. But I begged my mom to take me to see it, and she's like, "Okay, you can do it, but you can't get scared." And I was like, "Of course not." And then I spent half the night sleeping underneath her bed because I was so freaked out because I had to sit by myself to watch that movie. So like Ghostbusters means a lot, and I like Ghostbusters too. Fine, it's nowhere near as close as the first one, but I will be really honest that up until this last trailer, I really haven't cared about Afterlife. I was just kind of like, oh, okay, like it hasn't done much for me, but in the last trailer, they sort of give you a clue as to some of the places they're going. And seeing that, both myself and my partner were like, yes, okay, all right, we're in now. We are officially in. Yeah. And you also the little baby Stay Puffs in the Walmart shelves.
Right.
I mean, you know, and it's Paul Rudd. You know, how do you resist Paul Rudd?
And
nothing else.
Carrie Coon does no wrong in my book.
That's true.
So I'm down for that. I mean, you can watch the new trailer. I have it here. The one I mean, maybe I feel like we might have talked about this, but we might have just talked about it personally. But when I first saw Ghostbusters at the theater, I was on a church youth group trip.
Oh.
At the Heifer Project, where we basically had to clean out a lot of shit for a weekend or a week. We were doing, you know, a good thing, but you know, our church was very, I mean, I'm not religious anymore, but it was very relaxed, whatever. But so they took us to see, they took us from the campground to see Ghostbusters. We got to the theater and they realized they forgot somebody. So our minister had to go back and get her.
Oh my gosh.
I know. She was actually very calm about it. She apparently just kind of went back and like, oops, and just sat in the tent and just kind of waited for everybody. We were in high school at the time, but
oh my gosh.
That's what I always remember about Ghostbusters. Poor Katie Durfee, who is on my Facebook. I'm going to tell her she gets a shout out. She got left behind.
Oh no.
So I think she missed the
no
beginning.
No Katie left behind.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the new trailer. Let's check it out.
You're a great mom.
I don't know. I'm fine with Trevor, but with Phoebe, she really keeps me on the outside.
That's normal. She's an awkward, nerdy kid.
Maybe a new home can be an opportunity to start fresh. I just wish she'd get into some trouble.
There's still time.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
We're completely broke, and our grandfather left us this creepy old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Your father wasn't much of a homemaker. He could hardly keep the power on.
You're saying he left us nothing?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
You went with the station wagon?
It's the only one that had an engine.
What
is happening here?
Somehow, the town with no fault lines is shaking on a daily basis.
Maybe it's the apocalypse. Egon came out here for a reason.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
Have you or any of your family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
Oh my god.
You guys hear that?
Something's coming.
The whole city. It's like The Walking Dead.
Ghostbusters, we're ready to believe you.
We're closed.
Woohoo!
Little ad for PS5 there at the end.
I know.
My
Whoops, sorry,
dogs
guys.
are like, "Are you guys done talking yet?" They're staring at me like right here. Like, guys, we're watching Ghostbusters. Hold on a second.
We have
Yeah, I
things
think-
to do.
Like I said, up until this trailer, I was like, okay, whatever. But then it was like, we've got a terror dog. I think we're getting Zool back, and we got little baby Stay Puffs, and I'm just like, all right, I'm in.
Yep. It
Feed-
just looks
feed
like
that nostalgia.
it looks like a happy horror movie.
Yeah, you know.
And the guy who directed Monster House, which I also liked.
Yeah, I love Monster House. I mean, and also, you have Jason Reitman basically carrying on his dad's legacy.
Right. Which I think is
So-
wonderful. Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
great.
So I'm prepared to cry because I just miss Harold Ramis.
Yeah. That's
Like,
sad.
because I know out of all of them, he was like, him and Ernie Hudson were like the best. Because
Yeah.
I've heard such terrible things about both Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. So
Yeah.
Where I'm
But
just
Dan
like,
Aykroyd's apparently in it because he picked up the phone at the end, didn't he?
yeah, I think him and Bill Murray are both in it.
Oh, are
And
they?
Hopefully, if they've done right, they will bring Ernie Hudson in because I know that was one thing that he was always really bummed about. That the marketing for the first movie was always about the three of them
Yeah.
and never about Winston. So,
Yeah.
which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
So, because I interviewed him once and he was like, they couldn't even like put me on the poster. And I was like, oh,
That's true. That's so weird.
yeah,
So,
it
so
is.
strange and sad.
Yep. I mean, I get it because like it's the three of them, everybody knows them, but still, like put all the Ghostbusters on the poster.
Exactly.
Do a second poster. We have millions of movies that get millions of different versions of posters. So, but yeah, I'm in. As soon as I saw the Ray's Occult books, I was like, yep, okay.
Yep.
So
I have to rewatch. I'm going to rewatch them all again. Even the girl one, which I still enjoyed. I think
I
feel
like the
they,
girl one.
Yeah, I feel like they cut out too much.
Oh,
'Cause,
totally.
like,
Especially when you see the dance sequence in the credits.
I was waiting for it the whole movie because I'm like, this is coming. They're gonna do something with him,
Yeah.
and then they didn't do much. And I'm like, they chopped something out of this movie. But
Yeah.
do did I tell you my mom is in a independent living facility. She's 80 years old, 80 years old, has a little bit of dementia. And they, now that COVID is a little bit better, they've been bringing them all into the TV room to watch movies, and they have a big TV in there. She and I watched Rocket Man in there when I was home visiting. That I chose for her. Actually, she chose it. I gave her like 5 movies to watch, and she was like, "This one." I'm like, she goes, "I liked Elton John." I'm like, "You since when?" I mean, my brother was like, "You do?" But anyway, she so my brother's like, "Oh, she's been seeing a lot of movies." I'm like, "Mom, what have you seen?" And Home Alone, Dennis the Menace, but weirdly they showed the girl version of Ghostbusters, which I thought was such
fun.
a weird choice though for a bunch of old people to watch.
I mean, maybe they didn't want to show the version where Dan Aykroyd gets a BJ from a ghost. So they went with the
probably.
safer one with this, with just the ladies doing the lady things.
Maybe it just seemed like a very strange. She liked it too. I'm like, "Did you like it?" She's
I
like,
mean, you
"Yeah."
can see Chris Hemsworth be a himbo throughout half the movie. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it's
nothing
true.
wrong with that. So
And I like all the ladies in it. I love them all.
yeah,
So that's
and
good,
I
too.
wanted more because I love the ending with Sigourney Weaver
Yeah.
And Sigourney Weaver. Sorry, I was like, did I just mess up the wrong movie? Nope, that was it. Yeah, I would have seen another one. So, but the internet had to ruin that and make it into a thing it wasn't.
Well, maybe if this one does well, maybe they could, because isn't it still a part of the universe? I feel like
technically, but honestly, there was so much that happened. I don't even know that if I was one of the actresses with that movie, I don't know that I would ever want to come back.
Right.
There was just so much that happened.
If they could combine the new one with that one, like for the sequel to this one, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fun.
Because it's going to be, if they somehow do this one where they end it with like some sort of way of bringing the women in, that there's a bunch of guys online that would be like, they're trying to ruin our Ghostbusters. So I don't think they're even going to touch it.
The lead in this one is a girl. So
yeah. So good luck.
Technically. Which, by the way, all I could think of is like, she's going to be a She's All That. Like 5 years from now, she's going to whip off those glasses.
Did you watch She's All That yet?
I refuse.
Me too. Even though it's got the kid from Cobra Kai in it, I'm just like, I can't. I just can't.
They say it's terrible.
Yeah, I just can't.
And like, isn't the lead girl from like, she's like an influencer or something?
She's like a TikTok kid or something. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
I can't keep up with the kids these days, Kevin.
I can't either. Although, do you remember? This is totally off subject. Well, I have two off subject things which will be amusing to the audience, I think. Number one, do you remember the B family? There was the father, the mother, and the two kids, and they would do these TikTok videos. And the one that was the most famous was like they were saying Happy New Year, and then the girl lifts up like a glass bowl and smashes it on the ground, and she's like, "Yeah."
Oh, okay, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
That was pre-TikTok, though.
Okay, so Vines. They were Vines.
I was gonna say that might be Vine.
So I found them. I guess I followed them on Facebook. I don't know. And then, so they came up again. So the girl is like 5 years older. She has 3 singles out. She's a really good singer. And one of them is so catchy. I have it on repeat in my car. I'm like, what? It's so
amazing.
Weird. I know. Her name is Gabriella B.
Okay.
I'll tag her in this. I'll be like, hey, you got a shout out. Because, yeah, one of her songs, I can't stop listening to it. But the other thing is, not totally horror related, but do you have the Citizen app?
No.
Okay, so the Citizen app tells you what horrible things are happening in your area. So like somebody's being stabbed, they saw somebody kicking a trash can. You literally get an alert on your phone, right? So
nice.
Today, I got an alert on my phone. And I'm not kidding you. This is what it said. Mime assaulting people. Breaking live. Police are responding to an unconfirmed report of a mime assaulting passersby. Tap to join broadcast. So you join the broadcast.
Did you tap to join that broadcast?
Yeah. So the guy that was actually like hosting it, no joke, had like a black and white striped shirt on. And somebody in the comments was like, why is the commentator dressed like a mime? And then you just started reading the comments and people were like, silent but deadly. Mime your own business. And my favorite, someone called Mime 11.
Wow. I just normally follow the San Fernando Valley Scanner on Twitter, but it sounds like I'm going to have to get the app.
That was like, and it's apparently true unless somebody just called in a fake report. But I literally could not stop laughing all afternoon. Just
that's amazing.
I wanted video, but there was no video of the actual mime attacking people.
Oh God!
But had it been nearby, I probably would have gotten in my car.
Oh, wow! Now I'm gonna have to download this. I'm nosy.
Citizen app. I'll tell you and you'll realize how much crap goes on in your neighborhood, and you'll never leave your house.
Okay. I mean, I never leave my house already. So I live in the valley. I don't leave my house. Are you kidding? Yeah. So unless I'm going to karate practice. Anyway, so there's like a ton of stuff coming in the next couple of months.
Yep.
So buckle up, horror fans, because we have a lot of content to absorb.
And we will bring them all right to you here first.
I don't know if it's first, but they'll be here.
Yeah. It'll be here when it gets posted.
They'll get here eventually, is what we're saying.
But we'll have an opinion, and you'll agree with it or not agree with it.
Yes.
And you can comment below and tell us you don't agree with it or
And tell us to go to hell or whatever it is. Yeah.
and we'll say, okay.
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
fair. Tough but fair. We get
Yeah.
it.
All right. Well, do you want to say goodbye? Do you want to roll us out? What's the
Sure. You're like, what do we call this? The outro, if you will.
the outro?
Yeah, so I think that will take us to the end of another episode, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning into Horrifically Horrifying. Be sure to catch us next week as we will be diving into James Wan's Malignant and talking about our favorite James Wan movies and things like that. So be sure to head back here next week for more horror, and we will see you then. Bye.
Bye.